Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching the finale of the 10th season. Hopefully guys are excited for today's episode and been enjoying the season so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, this is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click it, put a password in and enjoy. So, interesting stuff last episode. Amy actually said to Sheldon that she's been offered a job opportunity which will take her away for a few months and they're going to have to go long distance. She said that she wouldn't go if he didn't want her to, but, you know, fair play to Sheldon. I was bigging him up. He's put somebody else first before himself for once, you know. He's expressed how much he actually loves her, says how much she's involved in his life and he needs her and she looks after him, and you know, he likes waking up and seeing her there in the morning. It makes him feel good and he don't know what he'd do without her, and obviously it put her in like a position where she kind of felt a little bit awkward without telling him what she's been offered. But when she did, Sheldon put her needs first. He was like, look, it's a great opportunity. You can make an advancement in science and in your field, and you know, what's a couple of months got to do for the rest of our lives, you know what I mean? And big up to him, and obviously I'm excited to see what happens and see if she's successful, and obviously, you know, how's going to cope now long term. He's always had Leonard and Penny staying in the apartments across. He's always had somebody with him. Now he's on his own. How's he going to be? Is he going to cope well, or is he going to be all over the place? Now, interestingly as well, Raj has moved out of Penny and Leonard's apartment. He says he's going to go and live with Bert. He's living above his shed. I don't really understand why he's kind of hopping into people's places, you know, maybe find one for himself. Downstairs, we've seen that 3A was open. Perfect place for him to go. Stays in the same building, around his friends. Only one floor below as well. He knows the place. I think it'd be a great opportunity, if I'm being totally honest. But, you know, I'm excited to see, obviously, what we do in today's episode. It is a finale. They always set us up really, really well. I was excited for last season's one. Obviously, I'm excited for today's as well. If you guys enjoy it, please smash the like. It really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
How are you settling in?
Pretty well. Princeton has a beautiful campus.
Would you like to know the state bird or the murder rate? They're both shocking. I'm a lot less likely to see an eastern goldfincher be murdered, I'll tell you that.
Strange, earlier today I ended a sentence with a preposition, and you weren't there to correct my grammar.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
That's when I started to really miss you.
You know you just split an infinitive.
Did I? Are you gonna teach me a lesson?
I am. It is naughty to put an adverb between the word to and the verb stem. I'm going to admonish you.
Vigorously?
It's the only kind of admonishing I do.
Do you know what? That gives me the vibes of when Leonard was doing long distance with Priya. You know, it actually didn't work out for them. So, touch wood, it works out for these guys. You know, she's only away for a month or so. But yeah, I don't think he kind of understood the gist of where she was trying to take that conversation. But do you remember when obviously he was with Priya and he was like uncomfortable doing his naughty talk? Do you know what I mean? Give us flashbacks. That was funny, that.
How's Sheldon doing with Amy gone?
Well, the last 3 nights I've had to take him to get a haircut, to the train store, and to a Walgreens in Arcadia where they still have the good ibuprofen.
We can help you out. Not me, I've got a wife and child, but this one posts video of himself flossing on Instagram.
Right, he wants to look at ladders at Home Depot.
Oh, why does he need a ladder?
He doesn't, he just likes looking at them. Bring a book.
Let me bring a chair for you.
Oh, thanks. Dr. Nowitzki's going to tell me about the work she did at CERN. And she brought me this duty-free Toblerone. Let's sit somewhere else.
A stranger just lured Sheldon away with a candy bar.
So, tell me about your scalar dark energy experiment.
Not till you tell me about your latest paper on quantum loop theory.
Oh, you must be one of those dessert before dinner people.
He just made her laugh. Something's wrong. Did you see that? She just touched his hand and he didn't swat it away. What is happening?
The simplest explanation is usually the right one. That ain't Sheldon.
I was literally going to say that. That's not Sheldon. That's what he was going to say. Right, she was the one that come in and started massaging his feet, telling him he has to do this and this and stay away from everybody. You know, if you want to make advancements in science, you know, like you can't have time playing video games, X, Y, and Z. And then when they actually done the paper or whatnot, she was like, can I be named on it? And he was like, blah, 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 shouted at her and she stormed off. Do you remember? That's who it is. I was trying to figure out. She reminds me a little bit of Emma Stone, to be honest. Like, I know it's not, but a little bit of it reminds me of her.
Leonard said he made her laugh. That's nothing. Howie said she touched his hand.
I cannot believe Leonard mentioned the Toblerone, but left that part out.
Call Amy?
I don't know. We shouldn't worry her if it's nothing. Do you think living with Amy has somehow stirred up Sheldon's sexual appetite?
I think Sheldon has no idea what's going on.
How could you think that? I Googled her. She's pretty cute.
Really? All I got from Leonard was the Toblerone bar had nuts.
I saw an articulating ladder with dual leg leveling, which delivers stability and adaptability to uneven terrain.
So you're keeping busy? You're not lonely?
Oh, not at all. I've had outings with Leonard and Raj in the evening, and I had lunch with Dr. Nowitzki.
Who's he?
Oh, no, Dr. Nowitzki is a woman. She's always been a huge fan of my work, and now she's doing research at Caltech. Yes, I think you'd like her. She's extremely intelligent, just like you. Unlike you, she's tall, blonde, and used to be an Olympic swimmer.
That's terrific. I'll call you right back. One job! Keep an eye on him. How hard is that?
We thought you meant not letting him run out into traffic.
She only did once. She didn't want you to worry.
Should I worry?
No, come on, it's Sheldon. Nothing is gonna happen.
That's what you said to me when I started dating him. And then 5 years later, bingo, bango, something happened. I've been smacking that ketchup bottle for a long time. All she's got to do is tip it over and point it at her fry. Might be the New Jersey talking, but this Nowitzki broad needs to disappear.
As far as we know, all that happened is two scientists had lunch.
Yeah, but one of those scientists is a tall, blonde Olympic swimmer.
Sheldon has lunch with another woman, and somehow my wife yells at me.
Penny laid into me, too. Apparently, I'm overly fixated on premium Swiss chocolate bars.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Guys, focus. Should we do something about Nowitzki?
So if somebody else asks her out and she says yes, then we know she's not into Sheldon.
Go on then, Raj. Alright.
No offense, Stuart, but the woman's a doctor.
Whenever I see mine, he calls in a bunch of other doctors, have a look. Actually, I was going to suggest me. Dr. Nowitzki, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
May I join you?
No.
Good to see you.
All Guinness, that might be a record.
She's clearly having a working lunch and preferred to eat alone.
Dr. Cooper, over here.
All right, well, that doesn't prove anything.
Yeah, there's a million reasons a woman would shoot Raj down.
Like, really? A million?
Fine, hundreds.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody. This is my friend, Dr. Nowitzki.
Hey.
We just went swimming.
I've said it before though, like we've had this kind of conversation with Sheldon where, you know, he says things, I don't know if we've had it with a female perspective, but like where he says and does things without the actual intention that everybody else will be thinking that's inside the room. Do you know what I mean? So like he'll say something that offends somebody, or he'll say something or do something without even knowing that there was an innuendo there, or there's a possibility of what people are thinking there, or he has no intention of hurting Amy because he has no idea what he's technically doing. To him, in his head, he's just chilling with a friend. That is literally point blank. It couldn't be any more clear as day is what he's thinking. But everybody else is thinking a deeper level. Like she's into him and she's trying to obviously kind of court him. But he ain't got a clue about that. He just thinks that it's another person who wants to be his mate, taking him swimming and having lunch. And that's the thing. Like, I understand where Amy's coming from, because it's in the position where I was kind of saying about Zach and Amy and Penny the other day. Like, you know, you don't have to have intentions of being with them. It's just the fact that, like, if you spend a long period of time, like Amy, Penny and Zach could have potentially with, like a spark could have ignited. Do you know what I mean? And that's what you've got to worry about. It's not the first instance. And it's like this, you know, if he's going to be spending 3 months around her while Amy's away, you never know what feelings might just surprise pop up. You think that will never happen, but you can never say never in anything, because life just takes different twists and turns and you don't know. So I understand why she's got to be jealous of, but from us and what we know about Sheldon and what she knows, it's not him making no moves. It would be all her.
You actually got in a pool?
I was scared, but I told myself it's just a big bathtub.
So, Sheldon, have you talked to Amy?
Yes, we Skyped this morning, and I'm sure I'll check in with her before I go to sleep.
So, Ramona, tell us about yourself. Do you have a boyfriend?
Leonard, your wife is sitting right here. What are you doing?
No, my work doesn't leave me a lot of time for relationships.
I think you made that very clear.
The front row seat when they detected the Higgs boson.
I've corresponded with Peter Higgs. Would you like to see some of his letters?
Absolutely.
I'll get them.
I'll come with you.
Oh, fun! Like a play date.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that exactly what we were supposed to stop from happening?
Think you should call Amy?
You got fingers in a mouth, you call her.
Oh, like this one. This is from Patrick Stewart. It says, if I come to his house again, I get to meet his dogs.
I was missing you again.
I miss you too. Oh, hey, this is good timing. You remember that Dr. Nowitzki I told you about? She's right here.
Hello.
Hi.
So nice to meet you.
Hang on. Little late, Leonard.
What is Leonard doing calling you at this hour? I must tell you, that seems a little inappropriate. Don't you agree?
I do.
We both think so.
This is making me crazy. Somebody's got to go over there.
We're being ridiculous. There's no way a woman that attractive is trying to seduce Sheldon Cooper.
I hate to break up the party, but Amy says I'm tired and have to go to bed.
It was nice seeing everybody. Walk me to my car?
Of course.
We'll all go.
Look at them all following him out. At least Bernadette's making an effort. You know, it's the second time that she's wedged herself in between them both.
Pardon, I just need to. Yeah.
Sheldon wanted to be first.
Like
Yeah.
Mario Kart.
We need to talk.
What, is this about Leonard and Amy? I don't like it either.
Okay, I know you don't have a lot of experience with women, but Ramona seems to have a romantic interest in you.
Dr. Nowitzki's just a friend. In fact, I wouldn't have even noticed she's a woman if she hadn't worn that bathing suit that highlighted her bosom.
Let's try this. Think of yourself as one of those limited edition toys people like to collect.
Because there's only one of me, I'm more valuable.
Right.
Although, Amy's already taken me out of my package and played with me.
Forget the toy thing, okay?
Penny, maybe I appreciate your concern, but I don't think that's what's happening. I think you and Leonard need to see a marriage counselor.
Stop that painting in
Look
it.
at me like that. I tried.
Hey, did you eat yet?
Breakfast, yes. Lunch, no.
No big deal. I enjoy spending time with you.
And I with you. Are you seeking a romantic relationship with me?
What if I were?
Well, that would raise a number of problems. We're colleagues. I'm currently in a relation... Excuse me a moment.
Where's he going here? Like, honestly, where is he going? Oh, imagine if he went and proposed to her. Just that'd be mad.
Amy? Amy?
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I literally just popped in my head. Yes, Sheldon.
Will you marry me?
Ah, mate, I knew it. I mean, that was a good proposal. That was a good proposal. Do you remember the time when I was saying that, you know, there was a chance that he could have done it, especially when he was re-getting back together and all of those situations. I felt like that was a perfect timing to do it, and then we didn't, and we missed the boat. This was a great one. Honestly, it really, really was. It was perfect. I kind of clocked or like thought when I seen LAX. I was thinking that he was going to go all the way to Amy to do something big, and like I was like, oh, imagine he was going to propose. And I always love it as well, like when you call something before it happens, you know what I mean? Like, we called that like a minute or so before it happens, and now that doesn't seem a long time, but it is, mate, and it's a good shout. And there was no indication throughout the whole episode that was going to happen, but what happened in that moment that she kissed him is he realised that Amy's the one for him. Do you know what I mean? Like, he said it last episode when he gave her the green light to come here, that he loves waking up and seeing her there, and, you know, he don't know what his life would be like without her, and X, Y, and Z, and all this malarkey. Do you know what I'm saying? And then he's obviously doubled down and cemented it him. I obviously knew that he had no intentions of being with this Ramona, and he didn't, like I was saying, understand that she was trying to make a move on him. And when he asked and she made it, he rejected it. Well, he didn't say anything. He just basically walked out. And then it was it. It was game over from there for her, and all guns blazing, mate. Literally, I'm so excited for this marriage. Honestly, I really, really am. Hopefully, we get a wedding. See how excited Amy gets when she's a bridesmaid. So when it's going to be her day and all eyes on her, mate. Hopefully, it's going to be good. Honestly, and I'm actually really happy. Like, if Amy rejects it, I'm going to be livid. Honestly, like, I'm be so mad. But I don't think she will do. And to be honest, I don't think she can be mad either if he says the reason why I proposed to her is because Ramona kissed me. And, you know, we've had it before where that's happened and they kind of be mad, but, like, she should know that that's the reason why Sheldon's accelerated his potential proposal, because he's realised, like, what the F, mate. Like, I never had the intention of being with anyone. They've made a move on me. I've realised that nobody in my life is more important than you, and I want to be with you. And boom, mate, let's get married, Mr. and Mrs. Cooper. You know what I mean? I'm well excited for it. Like I said, mate, you never know how the seasons are going to end. Ended on a banger. Can't wait for season 11 now. Hey, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. So, I mean, there's nowhere else to go, pretty much. The whole episode was dominated by one single sole storyline, whole way through it. Literally, I can't even remember if anybody else was involved in anything. You know, Amy was away, Sheldon was left to just do his own thing, found a friend, you know, like we know from Sheldon, he has no maliciousness in anything that he does. He doesn't really read situations the way normal Joe Blogs would read them, and he didn't really have any clue at all that Ramona was there for intentionally to basically make a move and be with him, you know what I mean? He thought, as I mentioned earlier on in the episode, that he was going to be a new friend or rekindle with an old friend, you know what I mean? Because she did come, I'm pretty sure she come in earlier on in the show where she was trying to help him go through some of his old cases or something like that, or just do some of his research. And then once he figured it out, she asked, could she be named on a paper? And he said no, and obviously she disappeared, and this is the second time she's come, but this time she's come with the obsession of being with him or trying to. And you know, she has full knowledge that he's with Amy. He's talking about her all the time. She even acknowledged that when he was sat down having having tea together, dinner, whatever you want to call it. And to be honest, the guys did try and do the best to get in the way. You know, you can't be with him 24/7. Bernadette dashed in the way when he was on the sofa. She dived in the way when he was walking down the stairs. Penny dived in the way as well. You know, everybody was trying to look out for them. Like I said, you can't do 24/7. Even Raj tried to ask her out on a date to see if she had any intention, you know, of going out with anyone, etc. So they all played the part. Sheldon, you know, one of his big traits is once he finds information out or something, he kind of addresses everything head on. Mentioned it before. As soon as he found out that potentially she was interested in him, courting him, you know what I mean? Like he just went boom, asked a question. She's leant in and kissed him, and then that sent through all the images, all the pictures, everything that's going on, and we led to the final ending of the episode there, which was great, really. It actually was. Very surprising. Glad I called it before it happened. I'm fully expecting to say yes. She's got no reason to say no. 5 years in the making. You know, they live together. They obviously want to be together. They actually finally have sex together. This is the time to get married. And I'm all game and all for it, honestly. I really, really am. Starting the show, never expected at all that Sheldon would ever be in a relationship and get married. And look at us now, mate. I'm fully all in. Also, interestingly, you know, we talk about progression and characters and how people have improved here and there and X, Y, and Z. Look at Raj. Do you know what I mean? Like, for the first 6 seasons, he couldn't speak to women. Now, it was a quite fun, quirky little trait thing, but I did think it lagged and went on for too long. You know what I mean? It did drag real bad. And it annoyed me in situations where he always had to have a drink or a reason that he could speak to them. And in terms of his character progression, he has improved so much since he had the ability to actually speak to anybody and everyone in the same room. And the fact that, you know, he was going to walk up and ask her out on a date, I was going to mention it there on that scene. Like, you would never have seen that at the start of the show. So, like, in terms of, like, people improving, everybody's been elevated and improved so much, and I'm really, really excited. And obviously we've got 2 seasons left. If it stays 24 episodes, it means we've got 48, which is still a long time. Over a month in it, a month and a half of still stuff to go, but it can be over just like that, honestly. It really, really can. You feel like you just blink and it's finished. So, gonna be a sad day, but still got a long time to come. Lots of storylines to finish, another wedding to come. I'm excited and I can't wait for season 11. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.